I had to make a follow-up to this video because ever since then, I keep getting asked the same question. How long do I need to dose Prime and Stability to get my tank cycle? And the reason why I didn't give that answer in the first video is because I forgot. I forgot to say that there is no answer. No, it's not 7 days like it says on the Stability bottle. It's not 12 days or 5 days or 30 days. The answer is you should continue dosing your Seachem Prime and Stability daily until your tank reaches 0 ammonia, 0 nitrite, and the beginning accumulation of nitrate. That is when you can confirm that your tank has cycled. So there you go. That's your answer. If that's all you came here for, you're welcome. But if you would allow me the opportunity to explain why sometimes there aren't specific answers to each question in this hobby, I would appreciate your attention. The key word I said in my answer was your tank. And since your tank is not like my tank or his tank, none of us would be able to give you the same answer. Which leads me into the real point of this video, which is to discuss with you that this hobby is not so cut and dry where someone can say to you, your tank should be cycled in 17 days. Doesn't work that way. Similarly, someone can say if you got this type of filtration on that tank, then you should water change every 9 3/4 day. It's not that simple. It just doesn't work that way in this world. And that's why you haven't been able to find the specific answers to your questions. No matter how much you Google it or YouTube search it or bombard your favorite creator with DMs until he can't take it anymore. So he blocks you. And then you find his email address and, sorry, where were we? How fast a tank cycles depends on many factors like tank size, species of fish, quantity of fish, size of fish, source water parameters, filtration temperature, oxygenation, filtration, type of media, quantity of media, pH, GH, KH. All of these things can affect how fast or how slow your tank cycles using the Prime and Stability method. By the way, if you're a little bit lost on what this method actually is at this point, this video right here can give you the specifics. But the gist of it is, Prime is going to detoxify your water, making it safe for the fish while the tank is cycling. And Stability is going to help boost the production of beneficial bacteria to speed up that process. That's why you can safely add fish to your tank right away while doing this method. Now, while it's been proven several times by myself, other creators, tons and tons of hobbyists just like yourself, that this method not only will cycle your tank safely, but also much faster than the traditional method, that doesn't mean that however long it took my tank to cycle is the same result that you're gonna get for your tank. What you can do though is easily keep track of all your parameters with the Aqua Builder app. After setting up your tank, you can input all your parameters and the app will store and keep a log of them. As your cycle progresses, you can view the graph showing the spike in initial ammonia and then its eventual decline. Nitrite and nitrate will be added soon too. And that'll tell you exactly how long it took your tank to cycle, and you can use that information on your next tank. And yeah, I know your next tank is gonna be different because you're gonna keep different fish in there. That's why the app also allows you to input the fish you keep in each tank, and you can add or remove fish along the way. By keeping track of your parameters, God forbid something goes wrong, you can go back through the log and see what changes were made and when. Maybe you dosed a new product 2 weeks ago and now you're starting to notice a change in the pH of your tank. Maybe you skipped the water change for a couple of days and you're noticing the rise in nitrate levels that following week. This is all great info to have and kept all in one place. Also, by keeping track of your tank this way and all its parameters, you'll start to understand why people say that every tank is different. And when you run into problems, you'll have the data to back you up when you need to troubleshoot what went wrong, versus going onto some forum or some group and asking some stranger for help as to what's going on in your tank, and without them knowing all of those details, they're just gonna give you generic information which could be totally wrong. I take that back. It might not be totally wrong for them and for their tank and for their setup, but it might not be right for you and your setup. Which is why I always say, take the information you get on the internet with a grain of salt, because you never know where this person is coming from, or even if they know what they're talking about. Which leads me into how other parts of this hobby should be viewed in the same way. Some people will just find the channel, land on one video, see the African cichlid tank, and say, bro, you got way too many fish in there, man. I feel so sorry for them. And as ignorant as that person obviously is on successfully keeping African cichlids, I simply respond, this channel can help you learn more about African cichlids and why their tanks are overstocked by design, if you wanted to learn, you big dummy. I'm just kidding, I don't say that last part. Or someone slides in the DMs and says, dude,
Why you water changing so much? All you gotta do is put in a bunch of dirt, put in a whole bunch of plants, take out all the fish, and then you don't gotta water change at all.
My point being, you're always gonna come across people in this hobby that think there's only one way of doing something, or a set number of days to accomplish something, like a tank cycle. And if you don't do it their way, then you're doing it wrong. And I'm here to tell you, do whatever you want. If you don't do it the traditional way, so what? If you do something wrong, just learn from it. If you lose fish in the process, you're not alone. Those experts have also lost plenty of fish themselves. I'm no expert and I lost fish too. It's just part of the process. Just understand that this journey moves at your individual pace. Your tank matures at its own specific pace. Don't simply look for specific answers all the time. Instead, focus on learning why and how things are happening in your tank, and you'll grow much faster into becoming an experienced aquarium keeper. Here's a great place to start. But before you go, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe, and I will see you on the other side. Peace.